Hi, my name is Gene Showalter, and this is my TQA Groundwork in Phase 1 video for Colt starting. TQA is a non-profit dedicated to setting industry quality standards in the equine industry for training and selling horses. In this video, we will go over the Groundwork and Phase 1 Colt starting score sheets, as well as a few examples on how to score them. For the sake of this video, we will mostly be looking at the Phase 1 score sheet. On the Groundwork score sheet, a couple categories that we are looking through is good to catch, stage 1, horizontal direction, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, leading with willing submission and respect, and picking up feet. On the Phase 1 score sheet, we're going to go through good to catch and reviewing the groundwork, stand to saddle and set bridle, horizontal direction in stage 1, both on the ground and on their side and back, standing to get on, doubling at the walk, trot, and lope, moving out in a soft lope, and stage 2 with willing submission. Starting out with good to catch, I went ahead and sped up this video for the sake of time, but I'm going to throw the lead rope over, then come with the halter, make sure it's up tight enough, and he did pretty good there. I'm going to score that at 2 for him. Now we'll go into good to lead, which is a part of the groundwork review. He does really well with leading. Then we'll do stand to saddle. Want to make sure that blanket's on good and square. Then we'll go in with the saddle. And he stood amazingly well for that. Make sure my cinches are square. Once again, this video is sped up for the sake of time. He's standing pretty quiet through all of this. It's important to remember not to get that front chinch so tight that you're cutting off their air, but you also want to make sure it's tight enough that it's not going to move if that colt decided to spook. Next we go to the breast collar, so that saddle stays square, and then the back cinch, I'm going to score him at a 2 for this as well. Now we're going to go to bridling. This horse, a couple days prior to my videoing, decided to try and cut his ear off, so it's still in pretty rough shape in this video. So I'm going to untie this hackamore to put it on, because I don't want to risk bumping that ear at all and irritating him. But for the matter of actually tying it on rather than putting it on over his ears, he does really well. And then here we'll go ahead and show that ear, and you can see that it's in pretty rough shape, and I wouldn't exactly want to be bumped on that either. For bridling, I'm going to score him at his 2 as well. Now here we're going to review the groundwork. In the groundwork we go over horizontal direction in all 4 stages. The first stage that we look at the most is stage 1, which you can see there. Stage 1 is stopping an inside front foot, moving the other feet forward around it. Horizontal direction is essentially stage 1 with forward motion. So those are the 2 biggest things I look for in my groundwork. You can see he's a little more resentful on this right side, and I believe that is because of the ear. He's a little more guarded of it. There, he's kind of softening for me, and we'll go ahead and get some stage 2. Stage 2 is, or phase 2, which is the hindquarters pulling the horse in a reverse motion. Get some stage 2 going this way, and then we'll look at some stage 3. Stage 3 is the lateral motion of the front and hind feet. And the last stage would be stage 4, which is the front feet crossing over and stopping of the inside hind foot. That was stage 1 in a crisis, and he doesn't do great as far as that's concerned, but he doesn't do awful either, and he doesn't run off for sure. So as far as reviewing groundwork goes, for this guy, I would go ahead and score him at a 1.5. Now we're going to do horizontal direction on their side. Horizontal direction in phase 1, stage 1. He does pretty good on this side. Go ahead and switch sides. I'm looking for here is moving forward around that front foot. I want him to settle when I'm getting on and settle when I'm getting off. Now we'll do our stand to get on. Make sure everything's square. He stands really well for that. Now we'll do horizontal direction and stage 1 on his back. It's important to note that I'm not pulling his head around and moving his body mechanically, but I'm giving him a cue with the rein and my foot and waiting for him to deliver. Does a really good job. That was stage 1 into stage 2, and he does a good job there as well. Now we're going to get some doubling at the walk. He stepped out into that walk well. That was pretty good stage 1. Got a step of stage 2 as well. One thing to look for when you're doubling is you want to make sure that that horse delivers within 3 steps of your asking. So right there I start to ask 1, 2, 3 steps and he's into his double. And that'll be important when you hit higher speeds, or if you get into more of a runaway, you can ask that horse and you can have them doubling within 3 steps to save yourself from potential wreck. Here we'll do doubling at the trot. Stepped into that trot really well. Got a little bit sticky footed in his double. Overall pretty good. Go ahead and trot around the other way. Step into a trot. And pick up and ask for the double. And he does really well that way too. Now we'll go ahead and hit our lope. Another thing to look for is moving out softly into the lope. So when I step up, I want him to be smooth about it. You can see there he really wants to go into that corner and sole up. There he comes out of it. And he hit that lope pretty smooth. Wanted to break down, then we'll double. And he's really good there. Go ahead and lope out the other way. We're going to hit our lope, and then we'll double 1, 2 steps, so we were within our 3-step limit, and then we'll get some stage 2 here. You can see he's pretty sticky footed about stage 2 right now, so to loosen up his feet I'm going to go stage 1 into stage 2. So here's my stage 1, and then I'm going to rock him back into stage 2, and you can see that he's a little more fluid in his feet there. Then we're going to go over picking up feet. You can see that he's very quick to pick up his front feet. That's a little bit of a lack of confidence in that area. But after I pick him up, he does pretty well. Go ahead and pick that up again, try and get it a little softer. And that one was a little softer. What I'm really looking for here is that I'm the one picking up his foot, not so much that he's picking it up for me. There, he's doing good and letting me hold it up. Then we'll go ahead and switch sides. Pick up that other front foot. That one he's a lot better on. He's going to hold it really well for me. You can see him wanting to take it just a little bit. pin too much on him because he's a young horse and he's getting bored. There, he does pretty good. Switching to his hind feet. Just looking to pick these up off the ground for a second so he knows that he can hold them. And I'm going to draw him back just a little bit, getting him ready to shoot. There, it's up. Then I'm going to take it back. I'm going to hold it by the toe, pulling it backwards just a little, and set it down rather than him taking it from me. We'll do the same thing with this other foot. You can see him wanting to fight it just a little bit. So as soon as he's setting with me, holding his foot, I'm going to put it down, give him a break. Then we'll go back into him picking it up again. There we go. Then I'll hold it by its toe. Once again, prepping him for a shoer. So we went over the task completion side of the score sheet. Now moving on to the temperament side. As far as self-preservation goes, I'll score him at a 1, a positive 1, because it's pretty low. Confidence was more or less pretty high on everything but the shoeing. Because of that shoeing, I'm going to drop him down to a positive 1. As far as energy goes, I'm going to put him at a negative 1 because he's pretty low on energy. Willingness, I'll put him at a 0 because there were times where he was very willing and times where he was a little more resentful. And then reaction to social separation, I'm going to put him at a 0 because he didn't care too much about his buddies, but he didn't really want to leave them too bad either.